Yesterday, MrBeast released a video, 1,000 Blind People See for the First Time is the title of that video, and I actually watched it yesterday myself. It was a very wholesome and heartwarming video. Unless you're a particularly miserable, toxic, selfish person who happens to also be a Twitter user. In that case, you might be one of these people.
There is something so demonic about this, and I can't even articulate what it is. Some people think I'm mad at him, don't care about him at all. In fact, think he is a fascinating and bizarre person. I don't know what to tell you. If a single rich guy paid for life-changing surgery for us, and it's easy to do this, doesn't set off any kind of alarm in your head.
As of recording this video, that guy's tweet got over 31,500 likes and over 1.8 million views. So FYI, the person who made this tweet is a Twitter user with over 100,000 followers. Their claim to fame is making tweets like that, I guess, where they hate on people that are doing more productive good things for others than they are. Also, just extremely weird how this guy says that MrBeast is a bizarre person when he's the one complaining about blind people getting cured. Dude literally sees a wholesome video of blind people getting cured and says that's demonic. Bro, the problem ain't MrBeast, it's you. Before we continue looking at this, just toxicity, man, please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoy segments like this for more every day. It would certainly help the channel out, and I'd appreciate it. And now continuing. Next, I'd like to show you a compilation of some of the negative comments that are just going viral on Twitter about MrBeast right now, and then I'll comment on them afterwards. But it's a bit easier than me reading it all out loud, more efficient, so I'll see you in a moment. So keep in mind, there's like thousands of examples of comments like that. Those are just some of the more viral ones near the top of the search. And I did not show those people's names because some of them are like YouTubers and Twitter users that are trying to obviously get some sort of publicity off this, and I'm not going to play that game. They can stay anonymous. So a general recurring theme between the negative comments about MrBeast is how they say that he's not altruistic, he doesn't care about helping people, he's just doing it for clicks, for views, for money, and also that the government should be doing this sort of thing, the system should be better, and it shouldn't be like YouTubers helping people. Okay. Well, first of all, I don't think MrBeast ever said that the system's perfect. As a matter of fact, near the beginning of that video, he literally goes out of his way to show everybody that this is just a 10-minute procedure that's relatively simple in terms of surgical procedures. And obviously that's implying that there's some sort of issue with the system, given that these people are having to live blind and they're not able to get this relatively simple 10-minute procedure done. Obviously implying some sort of financial issues and issues with the system itself. The big difference is MrBeast is actually doing something about it. These people on Twitter, they're intent to just complain about the system and then also complain about MrBeast, complain about the people that are actually helping others. You know how pompous that sounds? It's really quite disgusting. Imagine lining those 1,000 people up that just got cured thanks to MrBeast and his team and all that, and the doctors, the surgeons, the nurses, the whole thing. And you're like, oh, yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, he doesn't care about any of you. He just did that for clicks. You're all fools. The system's a mess, and I'm in a virtue signal to you from my comfortable chair on twitter.com. Like, bro, most obnoxious stuff ever. In a way, these selfish, pompous Twitter cop types are more blind than the blind people that MrBeast literally cured in his video. Like, when they were blind, they still were probably more aware of societal issues and how the world actually works than these pompous Twitter cop types, is my point. For example, remember the first comment I showed you in this video where the dude was saying that it was literally satanic to cure blind people? Yeah. Projection. He's blinded by his own projection. He sees something that the majority of people are going to see as something wholesome, kind, and just awesome. An awesome way of giving back and helping others. Yeah, we know that the system has issues. We know it's not perfect. We know it's messed up that people had to even live blind at all. Obviously, any good person is not going to want to see people suffering from ailments. We understand that there's unfairness to life, for lack of better terms. It's unfair that these people had to suffer with blindness and they couldn't get this 10-minute procedure done until MrBeast stepped in. Obviously, that implies there's plenty of people still living out there with blindness that were not a part of the 1,000 that MrBeast was able to help cure. Like, when they point this stuff out, it's like pointing out that the sky is blue. Yeah, dude, we all get that. The thing is, at least MrBeast is doing something about it. And that's something that we can then watch, and it's wholesome. Dude, it's amazingly wholesome to see these people being able to see and talking about it, and how like MrBeast helped change their life for the best. What are these people on Twitter doing? Dragging the man, dragging MrBeast, insulting him for his work, while they literally do nothing to help anyone? I don't know about you, but I'm certainly not going to be listening to people like that. And look, let me clarify something here. My general opinion about MrBeast as well. So some people don't think I'm just some like white knight or something, because that's not the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is I don't really watch MrBeast that often. Not because I don't like his videos. It's just not generally the sort of videos that appeal to me, like these big extravagant events he puts on and stuff. It's not the sort of videos I generally watch, just because, you know, everyone has their own taste. However, when I do see MrBeast do something like the whole Team C's thing and this more recent example with the 1,000 people cured of blindness, when I see something like that pop up in my recommended or whatever, how could I not click that? It's so wholesome, man, and I'm glad I did, because that freaking video warmed my heart. Let's read another comment. This one has 1,043 likes in response to the one saying that MrBeast in the video is satanic or whatever, like freaking insanity. But this person responds and says,
I think when people criticize MrBeast for crap like this, it always gets lost in the discourse of, well, he's using his money to help people. I can't believe you think this is a bad thing. And that's what puts his content in this sort of force field that protects it from any true discourse around why this content exists and why it might be a bad thing. Most of the people who watch him are very young, and they will learn about altruistic acts like this as if they are normal, like it's down to billionaires to fix these problems, not policy.
Okay, there's more to the take, and we're going to get to that in a moment, but let's stop already because two very terrible points here. One, it's really weird that this person thinks that kids or young people are going to watch MrBeast and then assume every billionaire is exactly like MrBeast and they're all doing a bunch of stuff to help people. First of all, I don't think MrBeast is even a billionaire, but whatever, for argument's sake, we'll address the rest of that take. There's nothing to indicate that people are going to watch MrBeast and then assume every billionaire is also doing altruistic, charitable things just like MrBeast. As a matter of fact, it's more likely that the contrary would happen, that they would see that MrBeast is doing these things and that these other rich people aren't really doing anything. So very, very bad point. Second issue with that take is expecting policy to be so much better. Politicians are highly corrupt across the board, left and right. There's tons of evidence out there of corruption on all sides of the political spectrum from politicians that are supposed to be serving us and really only serve their own interests. So to already have a corrupt system and then expect corrupt people in a corrupt government to fix that, it's a very, very foolish endeavor. Personally, I think it's great that MrBeast is doing his thing and helping people, and sure, he has things to gain out of it. Never said he didn't. MrBeast actually from the get-go has been very open that he's going to work hard and do whatever the case may be, I'm paraphrasing him a bit, to grow his channel. You know, there's videos of MrBeast talking about wanting to succeed at a very young age and working from a young age to just do it, and the man did do it on his own. Now he's got a team behind him. Maybe he's got financing from some sort of bank or something, I don't know. But he did build this all on his own from the beginning as just a dude who worked hard, and it's freaking inspirational and great. And I'd rather see a dude like that helping people than no one helping anyone and expecting government to get everything done. That seems like a foolish and unwise thing. And I think if more people were like MrBeast, where they work hard to build themselves up, which MrBeast did do, he wasn't able to get to the level he's at now if he didn't also focus on himself a bit. He focused on himself in the beginning, growing his channel, doing things like, I don't know too much about the whole MrBeast lore, but I know he read like the full dictionary or some other like wonky stuff like that, which helped him get publicity to begin with. And then as he got more and more money, he starts reinvesting it more in the channel, building a team, and, you know, scaling it higher and higher and higher. At some point, like I said, maybe he's got financing from a bank now, or maybe it's all just his own revenue. I don't know the fine details about it. But the point is, he bettered himself so that ultimately he could start giving back to those around him. And I do think if that was a general opinion that more people in the world had, where they are willing to put in the hard work to better themselves, to therefore then give back to those around them, that the world in general would be a more positive place. Unfortunately, you have a lot of people who aren't willing to put in any work to help themselves, let alone any work to help other people. And instead, they hate on the people that do those things, and then they expect the government to do everything for them. And the other thing, too, some of these people that want government to do everything, you can see, go ahead and take a look for yourself. Most of them are miserable. They hate themselves. They hate the people around them, and they're extremely selfish. Well, why then should we expect that they're going to have good decisions when it comes to government and who should run the government? If they can't even manage their own life for a day, how should we possibly take them seriously with their opinion on how to run a country? Anyways, I guess I'll leave it there. This was a pretty interesting video, huh? We hit some kind of hefty topics on this one, but I hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing once again if you did enjoy. I will see you in the comments and tomorrow for the next segment. On a final note, if you have not seen the MrBeast video, I will also link it in the description for you to check out. And like I said, we'll leave it there. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.